Hi, I'm Clo Bare. Welcome back to my channel. This is where I talk about pretty much anything that has to do with money. Today we're going to talk about pretty much everything that I spent my money on in May 2021. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, like, it's June now, it's almost July, so why are we talking about what I spent in May 2021? Well, it's because I am really behind on getting these videos out, and I still want to have that consistency of having really filmed and recorded and put up every single video of what I spent in a month. It kind of helps keep me accountable, and I also just like reviewing my last month's spending. So that's why it's coming out late. I've been really busy, and so we'll blame it on that for now. But if you're new here, welcome. This is where I talk about pretty much anything that has to do with money, whether it's sharing my spending reports for the month or whether it's talking about how to save for retirement or how to budget or things like that. If this is the type of content that you're into, be sure to hit subscribe and hit like. It helps me out a ton. About 50% of my viewers are actually subscribers, so if you start subscribing, it helps me out a lot. It tells the YouTube algorithm that you like my stuff, and so it'll push it on up. Today we're just gonna go over what I spent in May 2021. I'm going to talk about my budget. I'm gonna share with you pretty much everything that I spent my money on, as well as the vlog of all of the different things that I spent my money on. And then if you stay till the end, you'll be able to see my net worth update, as well as my savings updates, my debt updates, and all of those things. First thing on my list is I spent $365 on groceries. Now that seems like a lot, but what we'll see throughout the month of May is that I actually had 3 pay periods in May, and I budget based off of my pay period, not on a monthly basis, just because I think that it makes a whole lot more sense. It's easier for me to keep track of. It's usually more accurate. So there were actually 3 pay periods in May, so that is why all of my numbers are a little bit higher than normal. I spent $365 on groceries, which actually isn't that bad because usually I spend about $300 or so for a regular month, but this had a whole extra pay period. So theoretically, if I was spending $150 every 2 weeks, I should have spent about $450, but I only spent $365. So I'm pretty happy with this number. Clo Bare had a really expensive month too. I spent $1,220 on Clo Bare, and that's because, I don't know if I've said this before on this channel, but I'm actually pursuing my CFP certification, so the Certified Financial Planning certification. So I am currently enrolled in a CFP board approved course, and that course is about $3,000, and so I had my very first payment in the month of May. Health medical continues to be a really expensive category for me. I spent almost $1,700 on health and medical, and that's partially because of all the blood work that I had to get. It's also because of the doctors that I'm seeing, as well as the physical therapist that I'm seeing. So a lot of money spent on my health. Some categories just where I keep track of how much money I'm spending on things for my home, and that includes rent. And so I spent money on rent twice. That was about $2,800. Now, one thing I'm starting to notice is that my special occasions category is turning into kind of a catch-all category. So anytime somebody comes to see me, or anytime I want to have a special dinner or things like that, I'm throwing money into the special category. This one was $197 because I bought several gifts for different people. So my boss was leaving, so I wanted to get her flowers. There was a baby shower, so I did that. And then I also got gifts for something else, and I can't even remember what it is now. You need to be more careful with special occasions moving forward, because special occasions, I only budgeted about $1,900 for special occasions for the whole year. I've already spent $600 of that, so I only have $1,300 left, and that includes my boyfriend's birthday, Christmas, and then my mom's birthday and my dad's birthday. So I have to make $1,300 stretch across those 4 occasions. Personal was a little bit high at $232. Now, I tried to spend only about $50 per pay period, so it should have been $150, but I ended up spending about $232, and that's because I decided to buy myself some clothes. It was my birthday in May, so I just decided to treat myself to some new things. I wanted to buy some new shorts because I really need new shorts, and I ended up buying some tops to go with my shorts. Actually proud of how much I spent on entertainment. I only spent $173, so technically that's over because, well, no, that's not even over, because usually I spend $75 every 2 weeks. So if I had spent $75 every 2 weeks during this pay period, it would have been about $225, but I only spent $173, so I'll take it. This isn't anything exciting. It was $217, nothing special. Travel was $876, so that was because I went on a trip to Mexico with my sister, so that includes the cost for excursions, as well as the cost for tips, as well as the cost for a bottle of champagne that I drunkenly purchased on my birthday. I thought it was going to be free, and then it ended up being like $150, so something crazy like that. But were already bringing the bottle to the table, and so I just felt like it's my 30th birthday, like I might as well, and I was tipsy, and they even made me sign something that basically said like I agree to pay for this bottle of champagne. So it was pretty funny, but yeah, I can't say I've ever spent $150 on a bottle of champagne before, but sometimes when I drink I get a little bougie. About $500 of that was spent on excursions. My sister and I went on a couple of different excursions while we were in Mexico, and her birthday is also in May, so I bought her an excursion for her birthday. $1,144, that's just standard. I pay about $572 on my student loans every month. Pay period just happened to have 2 payments come out for my student loan payment. I managed to save $1,000 for my home fund, so that's good news. Logan had some vet bills, so I spent $178 on Logan. It's really expensive because I got not 1 but 2 parking tickets, which is so annoying. One of them absolutely was not my fault. I have a permit to park where I parked, and when I contested the ticket, they said I was wrong and that I didn't prove that I had a permit, which is total BS. And so they wanted me to go to court, and I was like, it is not worth going to court for a $40 ticket, which makes me so mad because I'm basically paying $40 for something that I didn't do, but I also don't want to take time to go to court for it. So I paid the $40. And then when my sister was up here visiting me, we forgot that you're not supposed to park where she was parking from 8 to 10 the following morning, and so I got a ticket for that, and I paid for that. And then I pay for parking every month or every quarter to live here in Oak Park and park on the streets. So then I also had to pay for that. Bitcoin, I'm putting about $50 a week on Bitcoin. So it's split between Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I spent $300 on Bitcoin and Ethereum last month, $8 on renter's insurance, $10 on transportation. I think it was $10 for gas. I want to say I gave somebody gas money maybe. I put $100 into my IRA. I was really just doing an example on how to purchase a stock in an IRA. So I purchased $100 worth of, I think, VTI. I spent $81 on dating. In total, I spent about $10,760. But again, it was a expensive month because it had 3 pay periods in it. So normally you could probably take about $2,000 to $3,000 off of that, and that would be my normal average monthly spend. It's still high because of all of my medical expenses, my travel expenses, and Clo Bare expenses, but Clo Bare comes out of the business, so I'm really not worried about that. That's a whole other account that I have that is just totally separate, and it's also a tax write-off. I'm really hoping this summer I can start living with less and not spending so much money. I feel like I've just been spending so much money this year because of all of the different things going on, and especially with my health, it's just like that never ends. But I have a follow-up appointment with my integrated health doctor here soon, and I'm finishing up with my physical therapy for my pelvic floor. So I think pretty soon my health expenses are going to go down and it won't be nearly as bad. I have about $3,000 budgeted for the whole year for health, so I'm really hoping I don't go over that. I have about $6,000 budgeted for the whole year for my health expenses, which I know is a lot of money, but I have a high deductible health plan, and my integrated health doctor is not something I can use my insurance for. So right now, to date, I have spent about $3,000 on my health, so I'm really hoping I don't go over that $6,000 limit by the end of the year. I will share with you pretty much everything that I spent money on in May 2021, and some of this I was able to get on vlogs. Anytime I would remember to film it, I would film it, so let's see how I did. Alright y'all, I clearly just cannot grocery shop because I just spent $134 at Trader Joe's. And you know what, I'm gonna blame Trader Joe's because they just have great stuff, and I haven't been to Trader Joe's in forever, so I went a little bit crazy. I do think that the $134 will last me the entire period, like the entire 2 weeks. Let me show you what I got. Okay, you guys can tell I'm not the type of person who does like haul videos because I am so disorganized with my haul. But I got all of this for $130. So Trader Joe's is amazing for all their frozen stuff, and things have been so busy lately that I really just wanted to get a lot of quick and easy things for quick dinners and quick lunches and even quick breakfasts. So a lot of frozen veggies, edamame, great frozen snack. I am vegetarian, so these are some Italian sausage-less sausages, which is great for some protein. I've been wanting to try this out. So this is coconut milk yogurt. I really don't like the taste of regular yogurt, so I'm gonna try this out because I know, even coconut yogurt's good for you. I also got this sparkling coconut water with yuzu. I have no idea what yuzu is, so if you know what it is, let me know. I am a sucker for macarons, so I got 2 boxes of those. As you can tell, I was hungry when I went shopping. This mix I freaking love. It's so savory and delicious, and it's really cheap. So it's just a nice, you know, quick dinner kind of thing where I can mix it with like one of those sausage links. I got some carrots, another roasted potato with peppers and onions. I got a couple of these like stir-fry vegetable bags, which is great. I love this stuff, so I'm probably gonna eat this for dinner. Some smoked salmon. So I'm a pescatarian, if you're wondering why. Shrimp burger, seafood, I feel like those will be really good. A little bit of this, some cruciferous crunch, raspberries. I got a salad for tonight, some legume and spinach salad, blackberries, green goddess dip, tofu. And then I also got some gnocchi, but sweet potato gnocchi, colorful carrot, like frozen vegetable blend, and then a mushroom medley. And then I also got some avocados, some sprouted grain bread. I'll freeze this because I don't use bread very often. Bananas, and then I also got some decaf French roast coffee that I had to ground at the store. It smells so good. I'm so excited. I've been drinking really crap Aldi decaf coffee, so I'm really excited to have this. And then I've been trying to incorporate more nuts into my life. That sounds funny, but I like that these are pre-portioned, and it was 15 ounces for the pre-portioned was the same price as 15 ounces for the not pre-portioned. So I was like, okay, this will be perfect. And then I love these ABC bars, almond butter cocoa bars, so good. So, and then marinara sauce. So all of that was $134, which seems decent. It probably would have been like 70 bucks if I had gone to Aldi, but I got a lot of specialty stuff that I can't get at Aldi, so I don't feel that bad about it. Okay, so ever since I gave up coffee, I am a huge tea fiend. So I just ordered 6 boxes of peppermint tea, which is my favorite. And then I also got a huge thing of Lipton decaf green tea, which I'm assuming is probably not the best quality because it was so cheap, but we'll try it and we'll see how it goes. And then I also got this moringa chocolate tea that I love. And so all of this was $40 for bulk ordering tea, and that's why I went way over in groceries. So on the 23rd, I spent $6 on PayPal fees, which is a Clo Bare expense, $137 on parking, that's a parking permit, $100 on Bitcoin, $26 on ComEd. Okay, my sister and I are going to Mexico in a couple of days to celebrate my 30th birthday, so I got this for $5. $573 for my student loans. I got a friggin' parking ticket, so technically I didn't get a parking ticket, my sister got a parking ticket, but it's really my fault since she was visiting me, so I'm paying for it. It was $43. Again, I hate living in Oak Park sometimes. So I started seeing a integrative doctor, which is not covered by insurance. It's pretty awful. It's very expensive. My first visit was $425, and then in order to see this doctor, I have to pay a monthly fee of $150, even if I don't see the doctor. So I'm really hoping I'm only going to see this doctor for a couple of months because it's so expensive. So $425 on the first appointment, $150 on the monthly fee, which is just completely ridiculous. But at the same time, I'm willing to pay it because I really just want to feel better. Then I had $15 more in PayPal fee, $125 spent on Logan's vet, $43 on another parking ticket, $87 on clothes, $10 on Logan's pet permit, $19 on my gym membership. Okay, so I just got back from the grocery store. I went to Jewel. I'm trying to just eat all of my groceries this week and not really do a lot of grocery shopping, but I had to grab a couple of things because I really wanted some ice cream. I also wanted this is just light whip topping. I saw this and I bought it. It was $5 at shrimp. And then some maraschino cherries, of course, and then 2 bags of grapes. And then I also got 2 things of bubbly over here. So that all ended up being $38, which is insanely expensive, but I'm hoping I won't spend any more money on groceries this week. $25 on ice cream, $20 on breakfast at the airport, $426 on excursions. So like I said, when Sydney and I were down in Mexico, we went on several different excursions. It was awesome. It was expensive too, but it was my 30th birthday, so I didn't mind spending a bunch of money. $150 on that bottle of wine that I got when I was drinking like an idiot, and $14.19 for my rent. $300, I took $300 out in cash for the whole week that I was in Mexico because I needed like dollars to tip and things like that. $11 on G Suite for Clo Bare. $15 a monthly service fee for my bank account. I did not have that much money in my business bank account, so luckily now I've gotten paid a lot more, so that's not ever going to be an issue, but I have to have a minimum of $1,500. $30 on Facebook ads for Clo Bare, $1,000 transferred into my home fund, $24 on gas for my house, $50 on Bitcoin, $50 on groceries, $100 into my Vanguard IRA, $160 on physical therapy, $68 on my cell phone bill, $3 in PayPal fees. And then I also bulk ordered Allerflow, which is basically the Costco version of Flonase. This was so much cheaper than buying Flonase by itself. This was just $30, and usually just one of these would be like $20 at CVS or Walgreens. So I'm definitely happy I stocked up. I also bulk ordered some Sensodyne because this stuff is expensive, and I got 3 for $15. $35 on dinner, $30 on wine, $75 on Comcast. Then my brother came to town and I spent $30 on lunch with him, $10 on Ventra. So that was the transportation card charge. So I took the train down to go see my brother while he was in downtown Chicago. And so I spent $10 putting money onto my Ventra card, which is like the subway card here. $31 at Jewel, and $50 on Bitcoin. $35 on promotions for Clo Bare, $51 on Aldi Groceries. Okay, so I am going to a baby shower in a couple of weeks, and one of the things that the woman who is having the baby requested was books instead of cards in addition to the gifts. And so I got the Anti-Racist Baby, which I think was about $7. And then I also got this toy that was on her gift registry. Between those two, that was about $40. And then I also got something else. In the spirit of Clo Bare, I got Everything Kids Money Book. I gotta say, there really weren't a ton of money books for kids, which is something that I think needs to change. But I like that one. I remember having those Everything Kids books back in the day. Plus, I just think it's funny. So that was about $10, $45 on a promotion, $25 on comment, $160 on physical therapy, $100 for a giveaway for Clo Bare, $61 on shorts, $50 on dinner and ice cream, $33 on dog food, $124 on clothes, $43 on some blood work, $50 on Bitcoin, $572 on my student loans. So I'm really excited about this purchase. I got a new planner. This is my Clever Fox planner. So I wanted to get a planner that was focused on daily planning instead, because I have so many things that are going on a day-to-day basis that I need more space. My current planner just kind of does like a grid where you can see the whole week, and so you have like a column for each day, but it's just not enough space for me because I have so much stuff. So this is a non-dated daily planner, and it's 6 months, so I'm super excited to use this, and it's a business expense, so that was $20. $160 in physical therapy, $150 on that subscription fee again for my doctor. Then my boyfriend and I went to see Cruella, which was really fun. It was the first time going to a movie theater, so we spent $20 on tickets to that. All right, I just got back from the gym and grocery shopping. You can probably tell because I have my hat on, and I spent $91 at Aldi, but this is actually not bad because I didn't go grocery shopping last week. I was trying to eat all of the stuff that's in my house, and I didn't eat everything, but I ate a lot of it. And I got to the point where I was like, I'm so tired of eating spaghetti noodles with no sauce and like garbanzo beans and sweet potatoes. Like, it was a very boring meal. Okay, so I got all of this for $90. If I went to Jewel, this would have been like easily over $100. So I got 2 bags of trail mix. This thing was huge, which I love. I eat a lot of trail mix, so that was like $7. Almond milk, 2 antibacterial hand soaps. You know how you shouldn't go grocery shopping when you're hungry, because then you end up buying cookie bites and raspberry Hoffa cakes, a bag of milk, chocolate chips, protein bars. So I definitely was hungry when I went grocery shopping. I got some tomato sauce and some tikka masala for some curry. I got a big old thing of Fabuloso. I needed a multi-purpose cleaner. I got this bottle of sparkling wine that's got some almond flavor to it, so I feel like that's gonna be good. I love putting almond liqueur in champagne so I kind of feel like it's gonna be similar to that, but that was only $6. I love getting these. There's 2, I got 2 of them. The shrimp and avocado roll, I'm gonna eat one of them tonight, and then some salmon burgers, some rice cauliflower, 2 bags. I got 3 bags of broccoli, a bag of Brussels sprouts, some chickenless patties, a huge bag of grapes. Like this bag is huge. And then some blueberries, some chips, protein bread, this protein bread here, bananas, tzatziki sauce, and eggs. So I feel like that's pretty good, especially with how grocery prices have been lately. $23 on breakfast, $10 on dryer sheets. I'm trying out these new dryer sheets that are supposed to prevent dog hair from getting on my clothes. Whether or not they work, to be determined. $53 on Facebook ads, then $24 on Jewel. Okay, so you know how I got a planner the other day? I also got another planner because I wasn't sure if I actually liked the planner that I ordered. So I also got this one. It's another daily planner. I like it, but I don't love it. So as you can see here, you've got a whole page, a whole 2 pages for your day, which I really like. I feel like with this one, the one that I purchased, you only have, let me switch here. You only have a half of a page or a 1 page for your whole day. So I like that this one has notes for every time, top priorities, top goals, and then this huge list of tasks as well as the huge 24 hours of schedule and a daily review. So I really like both. It's hard because this has been my favorite forever. So now switching between these two, we'll see which one I end up liking better. And that planner was $20. So then I also ordered a clicker because Logan is terrible at walking. So I wanted to start clicker training her on how to walk better. And then I also bought her some treats, so that was $10. $638 on my CFP program first payment, $11 on G Suite, $295 on my fecal test. So I had to do a stool test for my integrated doctor to see if I have any gut issues going on. And then $19 on my gym membership, $14.19 on rent, $308 on my doctor, $60 on flowers for my bosses going away, $160 on physical therapy. I also got a CRM for Clo Bare to kind of help with my scheduling and all of the things that I do for financial coaching. So I spent $195 on HoneyBooks. I really like it so far. It's really helped me schedule everybody and get the contracts and do all the payments and things like that. So it's been a huge game changer. I'll leave a link down to HoneyBooks down below if you're a small business and you need a CRM. I highly recommend them. I really love them so far. And the link that I'll leave below is an affiliate link. So you'll get some money off and I'll get some money for you using it. So that's about it for my spending. Now let's look at my savings, my debt, and my total net worth. So right now in my cash savings, I have about $12,000. In my 401k, I have about $91,000. In my IRA, I have about $6,100. In crypto, I have about $500. In real estate, I have about $58,000. In my Clo Bare business account, I have about $8,000. For debt, I have about $26,000 that I still owe for my student loan. So that brings my total savings to about $175,000. And my net worth with my business included is about $150,000, whereas my net worth without my business included is about $142,000. So it's pretty cool to see those net worth jump up. In terms of goals for next month, and obviously we're already pretty much through the month of June, so it's kind of ridiculous for me to even talk about goals for June, but let's talk about goals for July. I'm really trying to spend less money because eventually, like I've said before, I would really like to be able to someday quit my job so that I can do Clo Bare full time, but I want to make sure that I'm used to living off of less money because I don't think I'll be making as much money when I first start full time on Clo Bare as what I'm making with my full-time job. I make about $130,000 a year on my full-time job. I just got a promotion, so I'm making even more money. And so I know that when I transfer over to Clo Bare, I'll maybe be making like $50,000 a year or something like that, and that's before I have to pay taxes and health insurance and all of those things too. So I know I'm really going to need to cut down significantly, and I know I won't be able to save or invest as much as I have been. But ultimately what I've realized is that I don't need to save or invest as much as I have been once I do Clo Bare full time because I love Clo Bare and it's something that I see myself doing forever. And so I don't really feel the need to retire early, which is the whole reason that I'm saving about 50% of my income now, is because I don't want to have to work in this job forever. So it's definitely one of my big goals. So that's kind of like moving forward. I really want to start spending less. I want to be spending closer to what I think I'll be living off of when I move over to Clo Bare full time. So we'll see how it goes. It's definitely one of my big goals. I really have been spending too much money lately, so I need to kind of adjust and start getting more into the mindset of preparing to quit my job. So don't tell anybody at my job, but for the most part, we'll see what happens. My hope is that I'll be able to do it in a year. I don't know if that's something that's going to happen, but that is the goal. goal. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, if you have made it this far, thank you so much. Leave your questions for me down below. And if you have any questions, just let me know down below. And if you're not already following me on TikTok and Instagram, be sure to follow me at the link below. If you like my content here, you're gonna love my content on TikTok and Instagram. Hit me up over there. And if you like this video, be sure to hit like and be sure to hit subscribe. Like I've said, it really helps me out a lot and I appreciate you guys doing it. So let me know if you like this video in the comments down below, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.